Guys, welcome once again to my channel. My name is Godwin, a marketing and sales professional and trainer. In today's video, we're going to be looking at sales openness that hook prospects in seconds. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit subscribe button, subscribe, and don't forget to comment, share, and like. Your first approach, your first words are important. Because people are busy, their attention can actually vanish quickly. We're going to look at practical ways to do so that you'll be able to capture people's interest when it comes to your sales talks and presentations, and as well as even your online posts. Now, let's look at the first thing, that is the power of intrigue. The power of intrigue. You need to spark curiosity. This would make the prospect begin to wonder and think like, what is going on? It is up to you to prompt your prospect to seek answers right from you. So leverage the what if scenario. So come up with better outcomes. Begin to figure out and understand common problems they face so that you'll be able to connect their fears and their hopes. Right? So connect with their hopes and fears. You're going to use a question that actually paints or draw a picture depicting either a bad or a result that they want to avoid. So let's use this practical example. Say, what if you could double your sales without blowing or spending extra hundreds of dollars on marketing? Say, what if you could double your sales without spending extra hundreds of dollars on marketing? You can as well also ask thought or insightful questions to be able to shake up and understand the way people think by pinpointing a challenge or an idea. So show them a new idea and a challenge, right? So for example, you can frame questions that your audience or your prospects likely hasn't thought of, so that they'll be able to have a strong opinion. So for example, Sir or Mr. Bright or Mr. White or Mr. whatever, are you making this common mistake that is costing you valuable leads? Are you making this common mistakes that is costing you valuable leads? So with this, you tend to make them have some strong opinion. You can also state a surprising statistics. Numbers also help in selling. A number or numbers or data or figures can wake their senses up. Strong data or strong figures can make the prospect curious. So for example, in your industry, you can research about latest data, groundbreaking data in your industry, which will either depict a trend or something that is very important. There are several places that you can get data that are of higher reliability. For example, the Pew Research Center, PEW Research Center, and then Statista, Statista, Statista. These places you'll be able to find data that sparks that kind of trend and valuable data. So you go to, for example, Statista, and let's say if you are into the freight forwarding industry or whatever industry, hospitality industry, just type and you enter. You're going to find data about these industries, and you can use that as a matter of fact in your openness. It does help a lot. The second thing we're going to talk about is connecting through relevance. It is important to make your audience feel valued and understood. Let them know that your message is specifically for them, so that they would then to begin to feel that it is important for them to listen to you with rapt attention. So it is important to always talk about a problem that they are facing. So ensure you address specific pain points. Be empathetic and let them know that you understand their problem. It makes your message important to them. It is always important to research about the problem that your prospect is facing before you do your openness. For example, you can go like this. Many small business owners struggle with managing social media in the right way. Does that sound the same for you? Many small business owners struggle with managing social media the right way. Does that sound the same to you? You can as well also highlight a mutual understanding or an experience. This helps you in building bond quickly with your prospect. So for example, briefly mention a challenge, a trend, or a goal that you share. For example, like many of you, I have seen how the latest algorithms can change and impact organic reach. This is also another way of building some kind of an understanding and shared experience. Like many businesses like yours say, I have seen how the latest algorithms changes, the latest social media algorithm changes can impact your organic reach, right? Always also try to personalize the opener when it is appropriate. Don't send a generic message to all the prospects. Tailor-made your opener to the various prospects based on their problems, so that it makes them feel that you have empathy about whatever problem that they need the solution for. For example, you can refer to their recent work, or let's say in the example of the social media or post. For example, I was impressed by your recent post and how it highlighted the importance of A, B, C, D, etc. This is also another way. It tends to personalize and skew your opener towards the prospect. Number 3, do what we call the bold statement. Attention grabbing with extra confidence. Use strong, clear words. Right. Speak with assurance. This will make your prospects relax and get to listen to whatever that you have for them. Make a promise or a claim, but don't make claims and promises that your product cannot meet. So for example, state a clear benefit or results that your product can deliver. And always remember the case mnemonic. Keep it short and simple. And also keep it short and impactful. Or keep it impactful and short. For example, Sir or Mr. Brown, we help companies cut their operational cost by an average of 20% in the first quarter. So that is a bold promise or a claim. You can also use or state a controversial opinion, but this must be done with extra caution. This, in a way, tends to argue an old idea or a common wisdom, and this can open the doors for fantastic discussion with your prospects. Point out widely accepted practice in your industry that you believe that it has been a flaw in the industry, and then give justifications for that, so that you would be able to spark a good conversation. Announce a significant result or achievement. Sharing success stories is also one of the ways to do a sales opener. It should be part of your sales opener. Show them what your product or your service is capable of doing. Right. So, for example, give an example with numbers for one of your wins. For example, one of your success stories. For example, last month, we helped our clients team to successfully launch a campaign that generated 300 qualified leads in just 1 week. The storytelling snippet. That is the fourth point I want to talk about. Micro stories also connect. Short, small stories can also build emotional connection in a very much intellectually stimulating way. This can make your message memorable. So for example, you can share a micro anecdote, a micro story, a short tale that will highlight on a problem. This will make your message clear and fast. You can craft a 1 to 2 sentence story with a beginning and a middle, which focuses on a problem and the changes that are associated with the problem. So for example, a client came to us drowning in paperwork, spending 10 hours a week just on invoices. Now, through our product, they are back on track and focusing on productivity and growth, spending less time. You can also do what I call the B and A scenario. That is the before and after scenario. Paint a picture of a problem and the solution. So a problem and its related solution. This creates a picture of the value that your product offers and creates a position or a place in the mind of the prospect. So if, for example, explain how things are and then your solution. So for example, you show the improved state after your product solving the particular solution or solving that particular problem. So for example, before their customer response time was 48 hours. That is before, that is one of your clients. Before our client ABCD's customer response time was 48 hours. But after purchasing our system, it's under 2 hours. You can also use metaphor or analogy. So you create an image in the mind of the prospect. So you do what we call a relatable comparison, which in return creates that atmosphere that makes them grasp your value quickly and fastly. So you can use a comparison to expatiate your value proposition, but make sure they easily understand. So for example, prospect, think of your data like an organized information. Our software is the game changer and a professional organizer of your data. It can organize your data and gives you easy access. Now let's talk about the final point, that is the fifth point, social proof. Mention a well-known client or partner. This is effective if done right. You can ask their permission to use their names. If you have worked with very huge corporations, you can mention them. For example, in recent times, we helped company ABC achieve 40% reduction in energy waste, right? So you can also use this strategy. This is because people tend to believe other people who give positive reviews about, products that they have used. You can cite an impressive result from a case study, maybe from a successful project that your company did, to show your past wins. So you can pick the very best performance and use that. You can also state an endorsement, a credible endorsement, if you have one. So if you have someone important, it could be a public figure, it could be a reputable company. You see, positive feedback is one of the vehicles of building trust. Right, so it shows that other people values your work. So you can quote a review or testimony from a CEO. For example, their software is just a game changer. It helped us cut down on waste. Right, there may be Patrick Brown, CEO of ABC Incorporated. All said and done, this will help you to do the right openness. If you enjoy this video, I'd like to say hit the subscribe button, subscribe. Don't forget to comment, share, and like. Don't forget to follow as well. Watch out for my next video.